In a world that constantly pushes us towards immediate reactions, there lies a hidden power in choosing not to react. Imagine transforming every challenge into a pathway for personal growth simply by mastering the art of non-reaction. This profound approach, deeply rooted in ancient wisdom, isn't about suppression or indifference. It's about cultivating a serene mind that navigates life's unpredictability with grace and wisdom. Today, we unravel the secrets of this transformative skill and how it can lead you to a life of more profound peace, clarity, and fulfillment. One principle stands out with compelling clarity in pursuing spiritual growth: the unparalleled power of not reacting. This concept, deeply rooted in the wisdom of the ages, is critical to enduring peace and an empowered existence. It's a journey into the heart of calmness, where the storms of life lose their power to disturb the tranquil waters of the soul. The art of maintaining calmness in the face of life's challenges is perhaps the most incredible heritage bestowed upon us. This skill, often underrated, is a formidable force. The ability to remain composed, unaffected by the external whirlwinds, marks the beginning of true wisdom. When we learn to stay calm, an enlightening realization dawns upon us. Most problems are not as impossible as they seem. Our reactive minds often magnify them. In this serene state, time and its pressing urgencies fade into irrelevance. The anxieties of karma, the illusions that bind us, all dissolve into nothingness. In this calmness, we find a haven where the future's uncertainties and the past's shadows hold no power. We learn that when we remain unshaken, unswayed by the oscillations of circumstances, life aligns in ways we never anticipated. As taught by this ancient wisdom, spiritual life is not about grand gestures or dramatic renunciations. It's about the subtle yet profound practice of living in the present moment. In the eternal now, we find everything aligns perfectly. Here, in this present moment, is where all is well. The past, with its regrets, and the future, with its anxieties, lose their grip on us. We learn to dwell in a state of perpetual peace that doesn't depend on external conditions, but on our inner state of being. At the core of this teaching is the practice of non-reaction. It's about not responding impulsively to people, situations, or fluctuating thoughts and emotions. This doesn't mean becoming passive or indifferent. Instead, it's about developing a deep awareness and understanding of the transient nature of experiences and choosing not to be swayed by them. It's about observing life, with its myriad of joyous and challenging experiences, from a place of detached compassion. Just as a still lake reflects the beauty around it, a tranquil mind reflects life in its most actual form. When our minds are turbulent and agitated by the waves of reactive thoughts, we distort the reality of our experiences. But in stillness, we see clearly. We learn to observe our thoughts and emotions as they are, temporary, fleeting. We let them come and go without trying to suppress or engage with them. In its untrained state, the mind is often the source of our distress. The mind harbors anger, nurtures stubbornness, and gets hurt. But when we master our minds and learn to observe their workings without getting entangled, we rise above these transient emotions. We realize that these reactions are products of the mind, not reflections of our true selves. Peace is not something we create, it's our natural state of being, the essence of our consciousness. This peace has nothing to do with the external world. It's not a condition to achieve, but a reality to realize. Whenever we use our minds to change something, we strengthen the ego, inflating our problems. By making the mind passive and serene, we open ourselves to solutions and insights that surpass our expectations. In this journey of non-reaction, we are called to recognize ourselves as nothing, to see ourselves beyond labels and identities. It's a path of emptying, not adding, letting go of preconceived notions, beliefs, and emotional baggage. In this emptiness, in this space of nothingness, we find everything. Realization doesn't come from adding knowledge or experiences, it comes from a profound emptiness, from being nothing. As we delve deeper into the art of non-reaction, it becomes increasingly clear that this practice is not just a passive state, but a dynamic form of engagement with life. It involves a deep understanding of oneself and the world, leading to a profound transformation in how we interact with our surroundings. One of the foundational aspects of mastering non-reaction is developing a keen awareness of our thoughts and emotions. Our minds are constantly filled with thoughts which trigger emotional responses. However, these thoughts and emotions are not definitive truths, but interpretations and reactions to external stimuli. Observing these mental and emotional patterns without immediate response, we understand their transient nature. This understanding is crucial because it allows us to see that we are not our thoughts or emotions, but the awareness that observes them. A significant part of the human experience is the illusion of control. We often believe that we are exerting control over our lives by reacting. However, this needs to be clarified. In many cases, our reactions, especially when impulsive, lead to a loss of control and a departure from our true intentions. By practicing non-reaction, we learn the power of letting go. Letting go does not mean we become indifferent or passive. Instead, we choose not to be controlled by external events or our immediate responses. This approach brings a sense of freedom and empowerment, as we no longer feel tossed about by the whims of circumstance or the fluctuations of our emotions. At the heart of non-reaction lies the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is fully present, observing our experiences without judgment or immediate response. This heightened awareness enables us to experience life more fully, appreciating the richness of each moment without the overlay of past biases or future anxieties. Observing life as it unfolds involves a conscious choice rather than getting caught up in automatic reactions. Meditation is a powerful tool in the journey towards mastering non-reaction. Through meditation, we train our minds to observe our thoughts and feelings. This practice helps us develop the ability to watch our mental and emotional processes without getting entangled in them. Over time, meditation enhances our ability to remain calm and centered in the face of life's challenges, significantly reducing our tendency to react impulsively. Equanimity, a state of even-mindedness in all situations, is an essential quality in non-reaction. It is maintaining a balanced state of mind regardless of the circumstances. Equanimity does not mean a lack of feeling or disengagement from life. Instead, it's about experiencing life fully without being overpowered by our emotional responses. It's about recognizing that life's ups and downs are natural and accepting them without resistance. As we become proficient in non-reaction, we begin to experience transformative realizations. We recognize that many of our reactions are based on conditioned patterns and that we can choose differently. This realization often leads to a profound sense of inner peace and contentment. We understand that happiness and peace are not contingent on external circumstances, but are states we can cultivate internally. Non-reaction also leads to a diminishing of the ego. The ego thrives on reactions, creating stories and perpetuating a sense of separateness. As we reduce our reactive patterns, we weaken the ego's hold, leading to a greater connection with others and the world. This shift brings a more profound sense of compassion and understanding as we realize that others are also navigating the complexities of their mental and emotional landscapes, just like us. Adopting a non-reactive stance in life is not about suppressing emotions or avoiding situations. It's about developing a new relationship with our experiences. It begins with small, everyday moments. For instance, when faced with a traffic jam, instead of immediately reacting with frustration, we can use the opportunity to observe our impulsive urge to react and choose a different response. This could be a moment of mindfulness, appreciating the scenery, or simply being with our thoughts. Similarly, in interactions that provoke an emotional response, we can pause, reflect on what is happening internally, and choose a response that aligns with our values and intentions. Over time, these small acts of non-reaction accumulate, significantly altering our overall approach to life. Embracing non-reaction is a continuous journey of learning and practice. It requires regular self-reflection and mindfulness exercises. Journaling, meditation, or yoga practices can significantly aid this journey. These practices help us remain connected with our inner selves, making staying grounded in situations that might otherwise trigger a reactive response easier. By practicing non-reaction, we start to see the bigger picture of life. We become more aware of the interconnectedness of all things and how our reactions affect our inner peace and those around us. This broader perspective allows us to approach life with more wisdom and compassion, creating positive ripples in our environment. Ultimately, the greatest reward of mastering non-reaction is cultivating enduring inner peace and joy. This peace is not dependent on external circumstances, but results from our ability to remain centered and balanced, regardless of what life throws our way. This inner tranquility becomes a source of strength, enabling us to face life's challenges with grace and resilience. If this message resonates with you, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel for more content. Consider sharing this video with friends and family who might benefit from it, and turn on notifications to stay updated with our latest releases. But our journey doesn't end here. I encourage you to take this learning beyond the screen. Start small, pick a day this week, and consciously practice non-reaction. Observe your thoughts and emotions, and choose not to react impulsively. Journal your experiences and reflections. Share your journey with us in the comments below. We'd love to hear how embracing non-reaction transforms your life. Remember, the best reaction often is no reaction. Mastering this art opens doors to peace, joy, and deep fulfillment. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Stay mindful and peaceful, and grow in your spiritual journey.